We say good morning to Fabian Charles, Fabian TC Charles. I know a lot of people don't even know TC name is Fabian. All they know is TC. TC, good morning.
Morning, Brenda, and thanks to you that know it now.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
TC, how are you?
I'm good, guys. I'm good. Good to have me.
Good. Yeah, it's really good to have you as well.
From hearing the two speakers, I realized my role here this morning, in this. I basically, I must say, as I was telling Brenda, I don't want to be politically correct. I don't want to be honest. I just feel people are idiots and they are very hypocrite. In terms of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, I am vaccinated fully. Because I told them guys when we laughing, I actually went to cricket and you had to be fully vaccinated to go to cricket. Right. I went to cricket, so I'm fully vaccinated, but I got COVID. And I got COVID from the last place I expected to get COVID, which was my employment.
Right.
Because I was doing everything I think I was doing right. I was frequenting other places like bars and recreation places and things like that. But I'm following the protocol, and I would think I was the exposed mode there. But we had that issue maybe on work, and then I guess in terms of who he was working, manpower shortage, my immune system might have dropped.
Right.
And then I got COVID.
Yeah.
So I was shocked, but I wasn't really shocked because I thought, hey, I'm vaccinated. How the hell that happened? But then I understand how it would happen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an experience I liked and an experience I would wish on other people. But as I said, if the people are not vaccinated, I'm not going to be sympathetic with them for catching COVID. I think it's your right to not be vaccinated. You do what you have to do. But it's my right to not be sympathetic to you if I hear or see a picture on Facebook or wherever you guys posting it, and they say, hey, this person got it and they're not vaccinated. I can say, okay, that was a choice they make. And I think we are big enough to do that.
Yeah.
And when I say some of the people are hypocrite, I'm telling you that I do not trust the vaccine. I have my doubts, but I think I needed to take the vaccine, but I needed to protect myself and my family and people close to me and people I work with.
Absolutely.
So I did that.
Absolutely.
But TC, how have been your symptoms? How have been your symptoms since you got COVID? What symptoms you experienced? And I am assuming that you did not get severely ill that you had to go to hospital.
No, that was great. I have gotten, the first thing I got was a cough. And the cough started, I think, like on the 8th or so of September. I was coughing and I'd say, well, maybe I'm getting a cold. And the cough keep coming. And then 3 days after the cough, I had a fever one night. I was in bed and then I woke up like I was underwater and freezing. I was shaking like hell. I could actually feel my internal organs actually shaking when I was trembling with the cold. Right? And that lasted like for 40 seconds to a minute and a half. And then you started to feel hot again, so you had to put on a fan or AC, whatever I had. And then in the morning I woke up, I was kind of okay. And then I went to the bathroom and I got ready for work. And I couldn't smell my perfume on my roller. And I said, what the hell is that? I said, don't tell me this perfume spoiled. So I'm putting it right by my nose, actually right by my nose. And I'm spraying it on my top lip. And I said, what? I'm not smelling this. But I didn't really think of it as COVID as yet because, as I said, I was functioning. I didn't feel no joint pain. And all I had was a cough. And then I went to work and then I started to feel fatigue. And then I left and I went home. And then I started self-diagnosing. And then I called one of my doctor friends and I said, hey, I just actually can't taste now. So I can't smell, I can't taste. And I had fever last night. And they said, hey man, you have COVID, try to isolate. And then I basically self-isolated. And then I got diarrhea for 2 days because I couldn't eat because anything I put in my mouth had no taste. So I was just doing liquid and melon and banana and things like that, which I had taste was sweet. And everything else I taste was tasting really, really salty.
Interesting.
So I was done in terms of fatigue-wise. I felt like I was carrying 2 bags of cement each time I get up to walk around the house.
Right.
I was like carrying 2 bags of cement on my back.
And how long that lasted with you, TC?
Yeah, and then came the breathing, because that was the last thing that came. Breathing part, the way that I couldn't take a diver's breath, as you would call it, a deep breath where you would fill the capacity of your lungs. I couldn't do that. I only could take like short, small, like a burst, like that's small. Because if I went deeper than that, I felt like there was somebody in my chest with a knife trying to puncture my lungs. So I only could take short inhalation of air. And that lasts for at least 6 days. The fever lasted about 4 days. The diarrhea lasted 2 days. but the pain and the fatigue lasted about 6 days. And then I started the smell came back gradually, the taste came back gradually. And then after that, I could eat and digest good food. But then the last thing, after about 2 weeks, I would say a week and a half, is the lungs capacity to take a deep breath is the last thing that came back. So now I'm talking to you guys. I could actually take a deep breath and not feel any pain in my chest or my lungs,
Right.
which is a great thing to have.
Good.
You know, TC, listening to your experience, a lot of people would say, oh, look at this man, he was fully vaccinated, he got COVID, and what is the sense to get vaccinated? What would you say to people like that?
Well, I would tell them that if they don't vaccinate, they're not going to be looking like me, they're going to die. That's what I'm going to tell them. Because I was just lucky. And I think Grenadians have this misconception because we have one of the youngest population in the Caribbean. We are healthy. We are not healthy. We are just blind to the fact that we're young and we feel we're healthy. We have a lot of underlying issues that we don't even know we have. We have like a pantry of illness. We have diabetes. We have high blood pressure. We have sugar. You know, we have cholesterol. We have sickle cells. And all these other young people have. So when you see that they get COVID, that's why most of them die. And we are shocked when COVID killed. COVID killed them because they have issues that they didn't even know they have. All they might think they have, the blood pressure might be high sometimes. But when you go to a doctor and do a real test, they have so many other things. So when COVID hit them so hard is that they don't survive it. Yeah. So if they can say, oh, TC is vaccinated and he catch COVID, so why should I take the vaccine? Tell them TC say, hey, they don't have to take the vaccine. But that they might die if they get COVID. They wouldn't be lucky as other people in terms of recovering.
Right.
Yeah,
TC, do you feel anything anything you probably would have done in your life, like any sort of activity, the way you eat, or any extracurricular activity, anything would have helped you through this period? Because like I know you dive. So do you think that deep diving experience where you really had to use your lungs, expand and contract, do you think that helped you in this fight with COVID?
Yeah, definitely I would say that. I think the lungs exercises and the diving has actually grown your lungs to take the strain of the COVID. And I think that's one of the reasons that I didn't have much of a lungs issue, only what I mentioned. I must say that. And I think I have invested in a lot of things over the years, but I think one of the biggest investments I have made is the one I made in myself when I took the vaccine. I must say that. And I was giving them guys the joke, calling on them. I think the biggest investment I did last year of all the investment I made was just going to the stadium and take the vaccine.
Right. You mentioned that you didn't trust the vaccine and all of that. Talk to us about your not trusting level and what led you to getting the vaccine.
But I must say you would be naive if you don't have some sort of mistrust with pharmaceutical products and pharmaceutical big companies, because there are always some kind of thing we need these things. So there is going to be that mistrust, but at some point in time you have to talk to the right people, talk to your physician, your doctor, get your own information, not sitting down in the toilet or in the car and they're on your phone and getting messages from this group and that group and people sending shit like that. Thinking about there's been a contrast where you do some self-investigation and make decision for your own health, right? But as I said, I think there would be mistrust. There would be mistrust in the government and there would be mistrust in the pharmaceuticals because there is a motive that we don't know what their motives are. But as I said, I think the people who are using that as an excuse are hypocrites because as I said, and I keep saying that you can't remember the first time you took your roll-on. Brenda, you've been taking roll-on since you might be 9 or 10 years. And I actually know, Brenda, could you give me one ingredient on the roll-on and the side effect?
True.
Brenda, could you give me?
No, I can't.